You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you now on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Tennis Ace, June's Path. So yeah, before we jump into it, just want to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Let's go. Okay. She's gonna run him ragged, isn't she? You bet. Poor guy's gonna be ground to a pulp. Shevkin, it was nice knowing you. Okay, you don't need to play the drama that far. A few hours later, I sat around in silence watching June work on his lanterns. Most of our classmates have already headed home for the day. In fact, some of the lazier ones noticed how well June was doing on the paper lanterns and tried to nonchalantly slide their piles to him so they could leave sooner. I tried to argue against it, but the idiot just took them all with a smile. Sometimes I think he goes too far trying to please others. At this point in time, only class rep Vikun and Kyoko remain in the school, and even they have left to another room to go work on something else. Probably to fetch something else that's heavy. Poor Vikun. Last time I saw him, he seemed about ready to drop. I finished my own work quite a while ago already. Cutting up confetti isn't nearly as difficult or as glamorous as June made it seem. At least I could chat with him while he worked, so it wasn't totally boring. Ah, I'm done! June had reached to his side to grab another lantern without looking and realized that there was nothing left there. When I myself looked down upon being prompted by his words, I realized that indeed there was nothing left to be worked on. Oh, that's great. Congratulations, June. Thank you, Kitsunagawa-san will probably be really happy when she sees this. I think she's just going to be relieved that at least one person stuck around to finish all the work the others ditched. She'd probably have to stay and do it herself, on top of all the things she's doing right now, so it just doesn't seem fair to me. Wait, is that why you let everyone else push their work onto you? Yeah, it didn't seem... I didn't want them to cause even more problems for Kitsunagawa-san, and I thought things would get done faster if I helped out. Oh, damn. I really thought you only did it because you wanted to please everyone else. I didn't even think about the trouble this might cause for the class rep. And just then we hear the sound of the door being slid open. Hey, class rep, I began talking before turning around, immediately assuming that there's only one person that'd still be here and that would go through the trouble of coming to our class. Ah! All three of them, okay. Instead, I see Saya, Shuichi, and Keiken walking into the door. What? What are you guys doing here at this hour? We all met up after we finished our work for the day. We had run into Aya-chan earlier, and she told us the two of you were helping out, so we thought we'd wait until you guys were done. But since you were taking a lifetime, we decided to come here instead and help out. I wish you guys had that idea an hour ago. We just finished up our work. You mean I just finished up my work? You've been sitting there and staring at me without doing anything for over an hour. What? Don't say that. I was the moral support. Mm-hmm. Well, if you're all done, then how about you guys head out with us? We were thinking about dropping by the diner to eat. I'm not on shift today, but the place is still open. If you're gonna say that you're low on cash, then let me already say it first. I'll treat you. There you go. Water time. No, you don't have to. I have the money to pay for myself. I was just wondering if my parents would be okay with me being this late to get home. Don't they know about you working on the school festival? They do. Then it should be fine. It's expected for students to stay over late during this time of year. If you say so. That's great. That's great that you guys are in agreement. Now come on, I'm starving. You say stuff like that, but then you complain that people don't believe you can be ladylike. Hey, a girl can be both ladylike and starved. Now hurry up. I'll take your word for it. Shouldn't we tell Kitsunagawa-san before we head out for the day? If anything, we should at least make sure that Vikun is still breathing. Oh, yeah, we saw Aya-chan dragging him around when we spoke to her a few hours ago, too. Yeah, she's kind of been using him as a carrying wheel throughout the day. Poor bastard. He'll be fine. Besides, I've already messaged Ayako-chan and told her we're coming over to fetch you guys. Oh, is that why you were on your phone when we were coming over here? Yeah, I'm always prepared. Sweet, that means we can just go eat. Can you talk about anything other than how hungry you are? I'm sorry, I'd answer your question seriously, but right now all I can see is you as this big, juicy, delicious drumstick, and it's making me hungrier. Get this woman some food! Get this woman some food! Yeah. Finally, we're here! Wow, so I wasn't kidding when she said the place was still open at this time. I see a bunch of waitresses running around and taking orders. It's actually quite full for this time of night. Saya rushes to the nearest empty table, being the first to take her seat with the rest of us following along. Alright, you guys already know what you're going to order? Because I don't want to be waiting around until everyone's made up your mind, and I do mean you, Yuichi. I've barely had time to sit down. You're already yelling at me? Chill. Yuichi-san, I don't think it'd be wise getting between her and her food. Agreed. She'll eat you if you make her wait around too long. Duly noted. I think I'm gonna order the chicken karage. Wow, you really like that dish, huh? I've seen you take it to school in your lunchbox all the time, too. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Just then a waitress stops in front of our table. Once she notices Saya, her smile widens. Saya-chan, I didn't know you'd be showing up today. Miki, I didn't know you were on shift today either. You're still wearing your school uniform, too. Did you spend all day working at school? Yeah, I did. I'm starving, too. The girl laughs, grabbing her pen and notepad. I'd imagine. Do you already know what you will have? Saya nods, relaying her own order quite emphatically. I want a big, juicy burger and with fries. That does sound like you, Saya-chan. Doesn't it? I'll have the chicken karage. I'll have the soba, please. Of course you will. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Curry rice for me, thank you. She nods, writing all of her orders as we go along. Okay, what about you? She turns to look at me, her customer service smile still fresh on her face. Immediately I freeze. Well... Here we go. Shut up, choosing is hard for me. Evidently. Let's see, what do I want to eat? A fist? Oh, come on, I'm not even taking that long. Just saying, don't make me wait. How about, I don't know, just give me the same as June. As me? So unoriginal. Better than getting hit for taking too long to choose. Fair. Alright, I'll come by again once your dishes are close to coming out to take any orders for drinks. Thanks, Miki. Tell him to hurry up because I'm... Yes, starving. We get it. The waitress laughs one more time before walking away with her order. Well, that was a lot less painful than I thought it'd be. This is the second time you copied someone else's order to avoid having to come up with your own. Bite me! What, you're annoyed that I mentioned it? Why copy my order of all people? It just sounded the most appetizing. Besides, I've sat next to Shuichi and saw him eating soba time and time again. By this point, the smell of it alone already makes me gag. That's not very good. Foolish man, you don't understand the appeal of soba. Soba has a lot of appeal, sure, but when you just eat it plain like you do, then no. I don't eat it plain. The only thing you do is dip it in soy sauce. That's as plain as it gets. So I like the unadulterated flavor the best, so what? Shuichi-san, you're very plain, aren't you? What? No, I'm not plain. Are you kidding me? You're as plain as they get. I don't want to hear that from the one who's as plain as an ironing board. Huh? Oh god, no, not this again. Hey, try not to be so loud, you'll bother the other patrons. And Mizuguchi-san, since this is your place of work, I don't think you'd want that. Ah, that's true. Oh wow, we just found one place where Saya is forced to behave. God, that must sting for you, huh? Ah! Saya squirms in her seat, looking like she was desperately trying to contain her temper. I have to admit, it's a bit of fun to see her like this, but I definitely don't want to be around when she inevitably reaches her breaking point, so I'll cut this little game short. And what about you? When are we going to find a place where you're forced to behave? What, me? I always behave. Uh-huh, sure you do. Is that why you think it's a good idea to poke fun at Saya in her workplace when you know that if she lost her temper it could endanger her position in her job? I didn't mean to... Yeah, that's right. That's a really mean thing to do, Sho-chan. But I... Call me manipulative if you want, but I just know exactly what buttons I have to press to get him to back down. This either makes me a really awesome or evil or super evil. Not sure on which I land yet. Keikun snickers, looking at Shuichi with glee. So now the dog gets lectured, huh? What did you just say to me? Guys, are you incapable of behaving for more than 10 seconds? God. Keisuke attempts to hold back his laughter for accomplishing his task of landing Shuichi in hot waters. Meanwhile, Shuichi grumbles unhappily, avoiding eye contact with any of us. Every now and again, I ask myself if you guys really like each other, if this is the longest game of chicken I've ever witnessed. I like him. I just like teasing him more. That seems to be the case with all my friends. Not true. I only tease you the appropriate amount. Sure. This coming from the guy who's always making jokes about my breasts or how I don't look feminine. Don't you know that these can hurt? Oh, looks like you know. Oh, please, a bulldozer could go over you and you still wouldn't be hurt. You're the toughest person I know. Well, I guess I am pretty tough, and... You didn't realize he's playing you right now, so you won't be upset with him anymore, right? What? Damn it, Yuichi. Why did you have to tell her? It was working. You're so dead when we get out of here. Oh. It was nice knowing you, Arata. I'll miss you. Can I have your video games when you're gone? You're all terrible people. Sometime later. Once we've all eaten our fill, we go to our separate ways after leaving the diner. I expected Shuichi to walk home with June, but he said he had someplace else he had to go before going home. As a result, the two of us are walking back alone together. He seems to be in a very good mood. He's been humming to himself for a while now. Kind of makes me happy just watching over him when he's like this. June's really infectious when he's in a good mood. I can't bring myself to stay upset when I'm around him. Ah, Yuichi-san, I just remembered. I finished a game on the console you lent me just last night. Really? Which one? And what did you think of it? It was a game Sora-kun lent me. So since you don't have all that many RPGs for that console, I had to get it from someone else. Ah, too bad. I was hoping it was a game I know something about. Sorry, most of the games you had are fighters or sports games, and I'm not really good at either of those. Well, nothing you can do about it. Still, you had fun, right? Yeah, it was a lot of fun. This was my first time playing a current RPG, and I have to say I wasn't expecting it to be so good. I didn't have the heart to correct him and tell him that this console is actually already a few years old. The new generation has already rolled out a few months ago, and I don't have it. I've only ever played games from either the old console I have or the portable consoles I could borrow in my old school. Neither of those are really good for graphics, so I've mostly always had to imagine what it looked like in my head. See all those beautiful scenarios and highly detailed characters right in front of my eyes? I was super excited. The only bad part is that since I only have an old tube TV in my room, I had to connect the video game to the TV in the living room, so I can't really play when my parents are watching TV. Oh, excuse me. Think of it as a forced breaks to make sure you stay hydrated and such. That's a good point. But if you played an RPG, I thought you'd comment on the music more than anything. I really loved the music in it too. I just love how much impact the percussion had in all the tracks. Most of the music on the older consoles was really tinny sounding. This one is so strong it felt like I was shaking me up to my core. So, water time. That's one way to put it. I can't wait to see what kinds of songs I'll be able to make once I get a job as a game composer. I'm super excited to try it out. That's right. Once June finishes high school, he's going to go far away to study and become a game composer. Somehow the idea of it makes me really sad. It doesn't even make sense. I'm also very likely to move overseas once I start my career in the pros. Why am I suddenly feeling upset over this? Yuichi-san? Yeah? Shit, I'm spacing out again. Are you okay? You had this really sad look on your face. It's nothing, really. I was just thinking over some silly stuff. So, tell me more about what other games you're going to be playing next. Okay. We walk all the way back to our homes talking about games together. I'm definitely happy to have lent him my console and games if it means I get to see him smiling and looking happy like this. I just wish I wasn't being pestered by my own feelings. May 28th, Sunday. Sunday, 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 be there. Alright, I sit on a bench, fiddling with my phone as I wait around. I know that I ended up being a bit early, but I didn't expect to wait around this long. God, they're late. And again, considering who I'm talking about... Yuichi-san! I hear a voice calling my name in shock and surprise. A smile immediately creeps up onto my face as I look up to see who it is. Ah! I muster my best innocent smile when I see the family of tigers looking down at me. June's dad waves excitedly at me, a beaming smile on his face. June himself has the most wide-open eyes, completely shocked to see me. Hey there! What are you doing here? I asked your mom yesterday where your competition would be taking place and what the time was so I could come watch. What? Mom? Oh my, wasn't I supposed to tell him? Sorry, I told her you'd give me the details, but then I forgot. I can't believe this. What I can't believe is that you really thought I was going to miss this just because it was a little far away. Come on, give me some credit. Alright, y'all, I'm going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. But before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to my lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all so much for what you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silvermoon. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It is most appreciated. And thank you to our gold tier patron, Amr. We love you. You're awesome, and we hope you enjoy your new icons. Anyway, y'all, if y'all want to get your names in the credits as little as $5, and you get access to Not Safe for Work videos as well. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!